Speaker.
Jamie Lee Ross.
For the House to adjourn at the conclusion of this current bill in the event that we conclude the bill prior to 10 p.m.
Is there any objection to us finishing early if we finish this bill before 10 o'clock? There appears to be none. Leave is granted.
Mr. Speaker.
You want to call? Jan Logie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to take a call on this, the third reading of the Weathertight Homes Resolution Services Amendment Bill. And we've just heard from the previous speaker that if there's a job to be done, then this government will do it. Conveniently forgetting that the history of this, I think, is that when there's a mess to be made, a national government will create it, leave the market to fail and the people to suffer. Then there'll be an inadequate response given by the government that we'll all agree to because at least it's something and that the people will get something. And then they'll realise they made a few mistakes in that bit of a fix-up that they put to the House. And then they'll bring the job to the House and yes, this House will do it, which is the history of this, that we have had an absolute crisis in this country from the removal of regulations around housing standards. And 42,000 homes in this country were affected, 80,000 people. I've had friends that have been directly impacted by this, and I've seen the stress, the financial stress, the emotional stress, the physical stress as a result of having a house crumbling around them and threatening their lives and their children's lives. This is no small matter, though this bill in itself at the point we are debating now is a small bill. It is a minor fix-up to provide clarity to those people that have claims in when some clarity was removed due to a court ruling. So this is to ensure there is clarity for them, and it is also to ensure that those people who are working on putting in claims but have not got the process to the point that the legislation required by the 23rd of July 2016 would still be able to have their claim considered, and that will cover about 70 people, we understand. And of the, I think it is just over 1,000 New Zealanders who have put in claims for financial assistance to this government. Even though 42,000 have been affected, there are less than 2,000 altogether who will benefit from this financial assistance, which equates to, I think, the government putting in 25% of the repair costs, which, when you think that the costs of the repair and the damage and was not those people's fault in the first place, and was a failure of regulation, does seem slightly miserly. But the Greens are happy to support this legislation because it is fixing up mistakes that were made and ensuring clarity and helping those few people get through the process and get it happening quicker, and we wish them luck in that process. Thank you.
Ron Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, it's interesting. I'm going to start by saying I think the issues around this bill, which backdrop this bill, have been very well canvassed. I've got to say, though, that